Hello, everybody. My name's Matt. This is Massive Beers, but obviously we have a lot more people involved. It's just not me. It's Beertuberpalooza 2022, and we've been doing a bunch of different beer reviews throughout the day, throughout the week, and stuff like that. I wanted to drink this with everybody because it's a Magnum, and those are meant to be drank with people because I don't want to drink this all by myself. This be Plan B Ash. This is actually given to me from Evan from Plan B. I actually recorded a podcast with him on my way up here, and he gave me a couple different beers, and this seems like a perfect one. Keith, off camera, what do you know about this beer?
It's a dark, what do they call them? Barn beers?
Mm-hmm. That's why they don't call him the best color man in the business.
Classic Keith. Thanks, Keith.
93 lumber.
He's the best.
That's right.
It's a dark barn beer, 100% New York ingredients, and that's the cool thing about Plan B, but not a lot of people know. They're 100% New York ingredients across the board. Like, not just their hops and yeast and malt, like the brewing equipment, the bottles they procure, the label printing, the glassware, everything in their thing, it all comes from New York, which is really cool. It's wild ale conditioned to cooled in a cool ship over longest night of the year. Asian oak, fermented with our house culture, and it was bottled a year and a half ago. So there you go. Let's dive into it. So,
What's this? Oh.
it's a thing we can put on it to preserve it. A bottle.
It came out of Matt's pocket and it's got a bunch of stuff on it. I don't know if we're going to put this in the bottle.
Listen,
Put it in your mouth.
there's been worse stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little pacifier, Sean.
I would love to see that.
I can't believe you didn't do ladies first. Amanda, here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, look at the bubble.
Gentlemen. Oh, thank you so much.
It's actually a normal sized bottle. Sean's just holding it.
This is low ABV. This is low ABV beer. So feel free to take a lot of it. It's a
Well, I want to
Magnum.
make sure that
That was savage.
I gave it to Bumpies.
I love you, but
I love you, Sean. I love you so much.
So for those who don't know, barn beer is like that's still like that. I guess that's what they call their flagship beer, their staple beer. It's probably one of the best beers they make. One of my favorite beers. It's light. It's more like I think like citrus saison with honey kind of thing, light and low ABV. And this is like the darker version of it, but it's cool shipped. So like the barn beer itself is typically not cool shipped. So you're probably looking. I'm expecting something a little bit more funky, something a little more acidic. But we'll see what's what. What does it look like, Keith? Chores beer?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, looks like dark.
Yep.
Dark.
what was
Looks like-
ABV?
Darkness.
I didn't read it, but it's probably 5%. I'm guessing, give or take. We'll find it when it comes back. but-
Dark and Barney.
Yeah, dark, rich, but it has this kind of like it's not like when you see like a rich kind of like stout. It has like a creamy kind of head to it. This is very kind of like almost like aggressive champagne-y, like it's taut. It's not fluffy and soft.
It's a good note, yeah. And it's a little brownish, more brownish, like muddy water, but
Yeah,
more than.
yeah. Off. What do you call that? Taupe. I don't know what taupe actually looks like. I just wanted to say it. Okay.
Like burlappy, like a light burlap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's the harvest season.
Let's get a nose, baby. It's like a tart, acidic. It's acidic, it's tart, but not overly aggressive for me. That's how I'm getting. Like this nice kind of like wild ale vibes. Like not vinegary. It's not like, how would I put it? I don't know.
It's tart, raisiny brown bread.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
6%.
6%. So a little bit higher ABV that barn beer typically is. But there is a rich maltiness to it.
Yeah.
But it's
Sweet
but it's underneath this kind of snappy, like acidic thing. Lightly, I don't want to say acidic because I don't think it's going to be overly acidic in taste. You can tell there's something more to it than just a generic kind of soft, like tang. Yeah, it definitely smells like spaceman juice. But yeah, I like the smell. Dive in. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
I like that.
A little bit of this balsamic thing on the nose.
Yeah, balsamic. That's a good. It's way less tart than I expected it to be.
The word of the day is refreshing. It's weird to think about a dark beer being refreshing,
Yeah.
but to me, it's kind of like just light and bright. Almost like it's weird if you drank this out of a glass and you didn't know what color it is. I think you'd think it'd be a lighter beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it has like chocolatey notes and all that kind of stuff going on, it's very, very bright.
Going in for seconds.
Yeah, a little extra pour, and every subsequent sip gets a little less acidic, a little less tart. I like it. Let's put it
I
this
like it a
way:
lot.
after the beers we've reviewed, the beers we've opened today, most of them being quite aggressive,
Yeah.
from a good standpoint and a bad standpoint.
yeah.
It's nice to have something that's a little more delicate, I guess, a little lighter, a little, you know,
Delicate's a good way.
you know, something that's, but it's not, and it's not, what's the word? It's not powerful is the wrong word, but it's not like dull. Do you know what I mean? But it's delicate
Yeah.
in that sense. So
It doesn't
I don't
taste
think
like
you're on
apples,
camera
but
at
it
all.
kind of reminds me of like an apple-like tartness, where it's not
oh, there he is.
powering, but
Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah.
Little apple cider kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe like
like it's very pleasant. And you can
apple
keep
cider
sipping on
blackberry.
it.
If you mix blackberries with it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I think that's yeah.
Kind of like honestly, it's kind of the beer. That's why I picked it, because it's kind of the beer I wanted right now. Something that was more like, it wasn't an imperial stout. It wasn't a barley wine. It wasn't something hyper aggressive with big, huge, bold, boisterous craziness. It's something that's more like, almost like drinking beer. Like, I know, you know, all beer is drinking beer and all beer can be secondary, but it's like, for me, this is like a magnum of this is perfect, because you pour it, you talk about it for a little bit, then you have your conversation, just keep drinking it. It's not something that you're going to sit there and kind of hem and haw over and just drink really good beer and around really good friends and have a good conversation, which is what beer's all about.
Yeah.
That's the dimmest light I've ever seen in history, Mankind.
I didn't. I don't think it's on. Or the battery's dying.
Oh, it's got to be on. There's no way it's on.
It was on earlier. Right.
Anyway, so there you go. Massive light reviews. That's all I got. I'm tired, so you're not getting the best of me. But what you are getting is the best of us, which is this hangout, which is probably like one of the things I look forward to most every year now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hanging out with everybody. There's new faces here, old faces, and just sitting around and be able to share beer and do a lot of that kind of stuff is really what, honestly, it's what beer is in general. So to be able to do it with these,
I love you too, man.
yeah. Get a little sappy. Get a little sappy in my old age, but there you go. I like it. Is it the best wild ale, best cool ship beer I've ever had in my life? No. Is it one of the best hangs that I've had in quite some time? Yeah, because
Does it pair well with it? Very.
pairs well
so.
with good hangs. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Bingo.
So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. So we're talking about Nerd Sense. We're talking about FLX beer reviews. We're talking about East Coast Liquor. We're talking about NEPA beer reviews. We're talking, yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a beer patrol. We're talking about Bumpy Brews. We're talking about Amanda. We're talking about Ryan from All Hype, and we're talking about Keith from 69 Lumber.
Spelled
So
out.
hopefully- yeah, spelled out 69, not yeah. And Katie, who is honestly probably one of the best producers and directors we've ever had at Beertuberpalooza. She does do her best, and everybody's here with these like mugs and plastic glasses, and she's sitting over there with a wine glass like a queen, like ruling over a court. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. There you go. Hope to see you next time. Peace.